I always wanted to join architecture, though not knowing what architecture was. But as a kid, my favorite pastime was designing cars, bikes, guns, and I would be designing forts. And my another friend, Behram Divesha, he also will design forts, and we will be playing how we would attack and what would be. So designing was part and parcel of my life. And when I passed out my SSC, I wanted to join an architectural college, but being in a boarding school, never studied, and I was not so good at studies, or I never studied. So I barely got some 35 to 36%, and with NCC some 1 or 2% more, I was round about some 40%. And with that, nobody would even give me a form. So I got admission into Jai Hind College, and I was studying for my arts. Luckily, for arts, I had to take up French, and I was not good at French, so I was taking tuitions from my cousin's wife. One day, my cousin happened to be an architect, so one day my cousin was not there. His wife was not there. So I was just watching what the other guys were doing. So when I saw the guy who was drawing a window detail. Now, window detail, I can assure you, today also if I ask a lot of graduated architects, they will not be able to draw. But since this was my pastime, I said, that boy was a Gujarati boy. So I said, my barish hai. So he says, yeah. I said, it won't open. So he said, what the hell do you know? So finally, we had a bet. So when my cousin came, I told him that we have a bet. This guy has drawn a window detail. And I said, it's wrong. He says, you're right. But then he asked me, how the hell do you know? I said, I've been doing this, and this has been my pastime. So he asked me to draw a window detail. So I drew a window detail, though my abbreviations of wood and all those things were completely different. So he says, yes, your detail is right. Then he asked me, can you design a house? Some 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom house he asked me to design. And it was a cakewalk. I used to design large forts. So I did it and gave it to him. So my cousin called up my another cousin, Dinyar, and he requested him that Dinyar try and get Hafeez admission into architectural college anyhow. Now Dinyar knew Mr. Dallas, who was the president of the Indian Institute of Architects. He called him up. Mr. Dallas gave me a letter of recommendation. With that, I also came to know that there was another college called Academy of Architecture. So I took that letter and went over there. He saw my mark sheet. He says, I can't give you a form, but since Mr. Dallas has given a letter of recommendation, okay, I will allow you to sit for your entrance exam. And if you do well in your entrance exam, I'll take you. In entrance exam, I get an A+, and I'm admitted into an architectural college. In architectural colleges, you have been taught, you'll design it like this, you'll do it like this, okay? What I took from an architectural college is the principles. And for me, each and every time, I design my buildings for a purpose. See, housing in Mumbai has been the biggest hassle for any person coming and wanting to settle in Mumbai. My mother had a 3-story house in Navsari. When she came to Mumbai and I came from my boarding school to Mumbai, I started staying with her in one-room kitchen. So I always used to say, how can I design a house in 1 lakh? I tried several things, but it was not possible. So we came up with a policy because I felt that, something has to be done about slums. So when Bala Sahib was there, we had come up with a policy how slum dwellers can be housed free of charge. And the remaining part of the land, a builder would come, make his building, make money by which he can give slums guys free housing of about some 250 square feet and make money. And also give an endowment that these slum guys will maintain themselves because we would be housing them in ground and 6, ground and 10. And I felt that it was very, very successful. Dharavi project, we were working on it for nearly something like 20 years. And every time, and we work for several builders, we work for DLF, we work for Akruti, we work for Peninsula. And every time, once you do everything, yes, we can draw out that we'll put this. Financially, it won't work out. So one day, I was working on a project for railways. And I suddenly found out that there is an additional land which the railways have for their colony and which they are not utilizing it properly or to the best. So I went at that time to the minister, railway minister, which was Mr. Piyush Goyal, and I said, sir, if you give us this land, we can make Dharavi a possibility. Now, Mr. Piyush Goyal was very happy because he said, I am also a Bombayite. And I would really love Dharavi to be successful. And he gave us that land. That is the turning point. With that, we could house, without any transit or anything, all the people from Dharavi into that land, give them free houses, and the Dharavi land becomes a new CBD. That's how the whole thing is possible and the whole thing would be profitable. And I'm very happy that Dharavi is coming up. I wish it becomes a real success and wish we will make it into a success. And that will be a showcase and a show point to the world how we can house all our slum dwellers. Being honored with the Padma Bhushan award was a great, I would say, an achievement. Can't say an achievement. I would say that God has been very kind. And I was very thrilled. And I would say that, in fact, looking at it, it has given a lot of responsibility in what I do, how I do, what my work does good to my country, and that is what it has transformed me into. And I feel that it's a big responsibility which I'm happy to take it or has been awarded to me. And I would like that my country becomes one of. Today we see so many young boys wanting to go abroad, settle down over there. Somebody settles down because he doesn't get a proper job. Somebody settles down because he doesn't have a proper living condition. Somebody settles down for many, many more reasons. I would like that nobody ever leaves our country and settles down because our population is our wealth. And I don't want that to be dissipated. JK Awards, since a long time, before all these other awards were started, they have been the pioneers of honoring good architecture. And that is one, I would say, organization which, without any influence, or they have been selecting the best of the people and the best of the architects, and I really congratulate them. And I would like to say thank you from our profession and our community that they have been honoring good architecture and architects. Any aspiring architects, I would like to say that architecture is such a profession, it's one of the most easiest if you're made for it, and it's most difficult if you're not made for it. So don't take up architecture because somebody has said, oh, you'll make a lot of money. That's the last thing that, think about it, that you love this. You love what you're going to do. And then whatever you take up, any profession, you take up which you really love, you'll be the best, and that is what is all about.